President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has a message for every doctor and nurse abroad. He said there is no place like home. But then, after everything happening in Nigeria, will they really come back home? Don't forget, they were trained in Nigeria. But then, the other parts of the world are hiring them and enjoying their services. Meanwhile, Nigeria is here suffering and looking for healthcare workers. Meanwhile, we have able hands who are trying to leave the country to other country to make ends meet. Before you pick a side, let's look at facts. Welcome to Ali Finance Podcast, where we bring you finance and economic updates of things that are happening in Africa and the world at large. Let's watch this video.
Being through that journey, I'm home. And I can tell you, there's nowhere like home. I've experienced it being in America. I've taken the best of America in my chosen profession, accountancy and finance. Where can I apply it best? After obtaining the initial training with Deloitte and Touche. Since I came back from Mobile to now, it will be a very good challenge to commit an association and endure the possibility of changing Nigeria around. So many of you have seen the hazard of the other side of the world. You've experienced the tribulation challenges, and you've come back home to feel it and seal it. Poverty and lack of development is a challenge to Africa. But what do you see as a Nigerian? This is the heart of Africa. I like your dress.
The headlines are saying that President Tinubu urges Nigerian doctors abroad and other medical professionals to return home. I have been through that journey. I'm home now, and I can tell you there is nowhere like home. Some people built the society where you are. They have had their hands on their ploy. Their focus was to develop their nation and their continent. The president recounted how he came to Nigeria after his experiences with Deloitte and Touche and working with Mobile Company, and eventually came to Nigeria to contribute his quota to nation building. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu reflected on the years he spent working in Chicago and how he also came back home to better his life and his country. He's also urging other Nigerians who are in diaspora to come back home and also help to fix their country. Beautiful words, real occasion. But here's the plot twist. The Nigerians who are still in Nigeria are saying a different thing. But then, the president is still calling on those who have gone to diaspora to come back home. Let's not forget, he did not say anything about the money. He just mentioned that Nigerians who are in diaspora should come back. The real reason why these Nigerians leave Nigeria is because of the money. Doctors and nurses who are in other countries are being paid well. They are paid very well. But then in Nigeria, more or less, I'll call it peanuts compared to what they are being paid in other countries. I know that after I've made that statement, people will be saying, why would you say this about your country? Why are you saying that about Nigeria? But then, I like us to compare and verdict facts. Doctors in Nigeria earn 263,000 naira to about 1.2 million naira monthly in government based on the revised commerce salary. Doctors in UK, the least that they are being paid is $239,000. Most physicians and surgeons work full-time. Some work more than 40 hours per week. Many physicians and surgeons work long shifts, which may include irregular and overnight hours or being on call. Physicians and surgeons may travel between their offices and the hospitals to care for patients. While on call, a physician may need to address a patient's concern over the phone or make emergency visit to another location, such as a nursing home. I'd like us to compare that to what UK are also paying. In foundation training, you earn a basic salary of 41,226 euros to about 47,610 euros. If you are doing a specialist training, your basic salary will be 55,000 euros. rising to about 77,000 euros. Specialist doctors and specialist pay scale 63,696 euros to about 102,689 euros. As a consultant, you'll be earning 113,565 euros to about 150,569 euros yearly. This is the real reason why Nigerians leave, because of the pay. A newly qualified healthcare practitioner in Nigeria is earning 150,000 naira. Meanwhile, in diaspora, they are earning $220,000. The payment difference is glaring, and as such, this is making them leave.
I don't run away from what I inherited. I inherited the challenges. Am I doing something about it? Yes. I can tell you I'm doing something about it. And there will be resources to equip them, build new barracks, build stations, arm them, and defeat terrorism. All is fair in politics. And it's equal opportunity. And
that's the first issue, money. The second issue has to do with the light issue and power issue, because we know how Nigerian light is. If you walk into any general hospital, the rural areas, you'll see that they don't have light. They're depending on generator. Imagine if the generator has a fault and then an operation is going on, or a pregnant woman walks in, what happens? According to World Health Organization's data, it is proven that about 40 to 50% of primary healthcare centers in rural areas are seriously suffering from electricity issues. This is not me saying it, this is coming from statistics. I'll also like to take a report from Ajumed newspapers reporting what happened in a primary healthcare center. Nigerian power crisis and its impact on hospitals. In early 2025, surgeons at Federal Teaching Hospital in Lagos were mid-procedure when the grid failed for the third time that week. The backup diesel generator took 4 minutes to start, 4 minutes to the surgical team, like an eternity. Across the country, the same story repeats daily in public and private hospitals. Ventilators lose power, vaccine refrigerators warm up, diagnostic equipment fail, and operating theater go dark. Nigeria's electricity grid is among the most unreliable in the world. The generation demand gap alone tells the story, but the lived experience in clinical settings is far more severe. So when we talk about doctors abandoning their country, you should also look at the problems that this country is also having. If these doctors must come back, you must guarantee them that you're going to give them light to work, and that you also increase your salary, because it's one thing to come back home and then another thing to get broke.
President Bola Tinubu has urged Nigerian doctors and nurses practicing abroad to return home and contribute to national development. The president made the appeal while receiving members of the Nigerian Diaspora Medical Associations at the State House in Abuja during the 2026 National Diaspora Day celebration. He encouraged the medical professionals to persuade their colleagues overseas to return, assuring them that his administration is creating an enabling environment for healthcare professionals to practice and thrive in Nigeria. President Tinubu also reaffirmed his commitment to improving the living standards of Nigerians and strengthening the country's.
I'm not here to drag doctors and nurses to come back home. I'm not also here to drag the government. But here's where I land. Making the market competitive is what is going to bring them back home. Nigeria is having shortage in their healthcare workers. Every single year, Nigeria trains the best doctors and the best nurses. But then, they leave the country to other countries to search for greener pastures, which is very, very wrong. We have to retain our doctors and nurses, but we can only do that if the government looks into the money issue and the power issue. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do well to like, do well to share, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Solid Finance Podcast, for more finance content like this. Bye for now.